Alright everyone, I'm here with the S-10. Got a few things I gotta do today. A few things I need to address the poor thing. You can see there's oil all over everything. And the valve cover gaskets are leaking pretty bad. Every time I drive it around and I'm kind of beat on it a little bit, it's pouring oil out and it stinks, so I'm gonna change it out. Also, let me show you what I got. Got the new gaskets, and I got 6 feet of vacuum line. I'm gonna change out some of these vacuum lines while I'm at it. Let me show you this one, which I discovered this morning when I was looking at it. That's the timing advance for the distributor, and it is completely broken off. Like, I don't even know how this truck runs so good. That one's missing, or broken. There's a few more that I noticed. That one right there is completely broken off. You know, pretty much all of these are just rotted. So it's time to do that. I'm gonna change both sides of the valve covers. And yeah, but first I'm gonna pressure wash the shit out of it. So let's get that done first. All right, got it all sprayed down. Purple power. Now I'm gonna just give it a good pressure wash and try to get as much crap off of it so I can get everything all nice and cleaned up. That way it'll be easier to take apart. Because once I take it apart, I won't be able to pressure wash it, obviously. But yeah, let's do that. Alright, got it all cleaned up. Got all that, most of the old oil off. Stupid light. Stupid battery. It's really windy out. There's like some hurricane coming or something, I don't know. But got all that old oil out of there. Filled up. Changing the vacuum lines. See, changing all of the ones I can get to right now so they're nice and flexible when I take it apart. Got the one on the distributor, got that all figured out. I bought 6 feet of line, and it's that's all I got left. See all the little bits and pieces, and look at the old dry rotted lines. But yeah, you can see these are like mush, how bad they are. But yeah, glad I'm doing it. Shouldn't have any vacuum leaks. I noticed it was starting to, I had to keep cranking the idle up on it. I thought that was kind of weird, but it just wasn't sucking any air through the carburetor, but just sucking it everywhere else. You can see a lot of these are bad still. I have to change all of these, but those I can get to. At least the giant holes are sealed up for right now. Alright, I'm gonna start taking this valve cover off. And for you guys that don't know, if you get lost, just about, I'm pretty sure every vehicle has it, but sometimes the sticker's missing. They have a whole vacuum diagram here. Let's see if I can get a close in on it so you can screenshot it if yours doesn't have it. But the 2.8s, I'm pretty sure every vehicle that has a vacuum system has these, but the sticker on the, it's on the fan shroud. But so if you get lost, like you can see this one's just randomly cut off and there was no end to it, but Turns out it goes all the way up here to the air cleaner. We're just closing the air cleaner, and I couldn't figure it out, but if you just look over here, it shows it and where it goes. So, yeah. You can see it is freaking windy. So I might postpone this for a day, but we'll see what happens. Had a bit of drama yesterday. That big storm came through, got the Harbor Freight generator running, and the storm came through and knocked down a bunch of trees, and the power's been out for about 10 hours now. See, there's a big one across the driveway. The old man's out here cutting it up. Big old oak tree. 7:30 in the morning too. He's in his glory. 94 years old, still runs a chainsaw. But looks like the trees got drunk and threw up all over the yard, basically. There's leaves everywhere, little branches everywhere. Yeah, that's broken off in there. My poor tomato plants took a beating. Can't even tell anything happened here because there's always shit all over the place, but it blew all over. Walked up on the hill, you can see the Jeep took a hit, a little bit. Not bad. Those are the neighbor's trees too. But what I wanted to show you here. I don't see any damage. There was a bunch of shit over here. Probably crushed the fuck out of it. Nope, just missed it. Snow plows stuff. Yeah, perfect. Right there is where I parked the trailer. And this big tree broke loose there. And luckily it didn't come, well, I mean, I would have been happier if it came down after I moved the trailers, but it didn't. So I'm gonna have to do something about that. See if there's any more damage. Nothing else was damaged up there in the woods, so that's good. I moved the Isuzu and the tow truck and the wrecker over here because I was afraid those big dead trees were gonna fall, but the wind was coming from the south. That's the south end, so it didn't hurt anything on this side. This tree, well, it's all hollow and rotten. You would think it would fall over completely, but only part of it fell off, and it was in the brook, and I dragged it out. It's over there. But yeah, I guess that's it for damage, really. I didn't think it was going to be that bad out. I started working on the S-10. But I gotta get back to that. Alright, back here working on the S-10. It's now the 2 days after I pressure washed it. I drove it a few times, and you can see all the oil still running down there. It's actually a lot worse than I thought it was. It's running basically everywhere. So glad I'm changing it now. But first thing I'm gonna do is take out that bolt there and that bolt there. Take this whole bracket off. I'll just unplug everything, loosen up these clamps, and pull everything off here. And then I'll probably do the throttle, or no, the throttle linkage I believe is part of the valve cover, so, or the bracket here. So some springs, and that's about it. Let's get started. I already loosened these, but of course. Brackets loose, so I'm just going to take off the hoses that are in the way. I know this is all for the emissions crap, and I know some of you are probably wondering why I'm keeping it on there, but I think mainly the only reason I'm keeping the emission stuff on is just because it's there and it, you know, it still works. So usually when you get older trucks, somebody already ripped them all off, and they plug all these holes up and stuff, and they cut these pipes off and weld the holes shut and stuff, but it's all there. The smog pump's still there, the air pump, and I don't know. Plus, I don't think this engine's gonna stay in here forever, but it runs so good, might as well just keep it together. Right, that one, and this one. That. Ah, shit, I forgot, I didn't see this one.
Yeah, you know what it covers? The jack.
This out of the way. Yeah, you can see all the shit I couldn't hit with the pressure washer. Wrap that up. Now you can see, got a bolt here, bolt there, bolt there, bolt there, bolt there, and then assuming, yeah, one in the back. So Let's get that on bolt. Oh, I gotta take these off too. I got throttle. Oh, kick down cable for the transmission. Throttle cable. There we go. Just took the air cleaner cover off and it was a little easier to get to. Now I gotta pop off this little clip right here. No breaking it. Pull these springs off. Oh, okay. This one just slides up. You pull the throttle back and it slides up and over the pin for the kick down. Let's see. This little one goes. Should be able to just pop it around. There we go. Get off of here. Pull it back. Okay, I'm gonna start unbolting the valve cover. 10mm deep socket. Oh wow, these are like really loose. I didn't even loosen these up. I could probably take them off by hand. Let's see. Yep, just falling off. But that's probably because the gasket under it is probably not there. It's completely deteriorated. Yeah, that one's completely loose too. You can tighten them down, but there's no gasket under, it's not going to do anything. So, let's get this pulled off, loosen all these up. Okay, let's take it off for the first time, see what it looks like. Not bad. No big chunks of sludge or nothing, so that's good. The gasket actually looks like it's, oh no, it's got a crack in it right here, so. Yeah, it's real hard, look at it. Just breaks. So, yep, had to get done. I'm gonna clean it up, I'll not clean up the valves or anything, but I'm gonna clean up around it, clean up the valve cover. I'm not gonna paint it or nothing. And then glue the gasket on there and stick it back together. Alright, got my gasket here. RTV black, ultra black gasket maker. That's all I had, but it's good stuff anyways. Gonna coat this whole thing. That, we're gonna go over here. And right here where the intake and the head meet. Throw some. Okay. Just smush that out a little. This down. This is mainly just to stick the gasket to the valve cover when I put it in, but figured a little extra ain't gonna hurt it. Okay. Alright. Let's set this in. Uh-oh, my magnet mount. Ugh. Set that back a little. Get this in here without fucking nothing up. One thing I gotta do. Run this back through. Kick down. Hopefully gasket's where it's supposed to be. Make sure you don't tighten them too much because you don't want to distort the valve cover and have bigger problems. So just snug. Go around, snug them all up, and then I'd run it for a little while and then check them. Make sure they're not going to fall out on you. Okay. Hook all these back up. Alright, got it all back together, got all the hoses back on, linkages back on, everything looks good. I'm gonna go over to this side, start doing this side now. Only thing I see that's gonna kind of get in my way is these vacuum lines. Okay, got this big hose off, got the PCV valve off. I unbolted the vacuum lines here, unplugged this plug for, I don't even know what that's for, and I guess I'm gonna have to unplug some vacuum lines here. Oh, and this I unbolted off of here too. So, man, I hate to keep ripping around on these vacuum lines, even though I know I gotta replace some of them, but I don't have the lines on me right now. Alright, let's see what I can do. Alright, I got this side all undone, and I'm gonna be honest with you, this side is a freaking pain in the ass. It was a lot harder than the other side. I had to take that whole vacuum line thing out. This fuel line I tried getting off, but it just will not budge. So I'm gonna try to take this valve cover off without removing the fuel line and see what happens. Got it off, but that was not fun. That's gonna be a pain to put back on. It looks good in there though. So it's good. At least we're doing it. Okay. Got this one all cleaned up. Got the gasket glued on there. And attempt to put it back in there without fighting with it too much. I think I got it. Alright, got it all done. Hopefully. I gotta start it up and check it, make sure it's not leaking, but both sides are back on and got all the vacuum lines on. For a few minutes. I don't see any oil pouring out anywhere, so I'd say none of the gaskets slipped or anything when I put the valve covers on, so it's a good start. Guess we'll take it for a little cruise and make sure everything, that's normally when it leaks too, is when I beat on it a little bit. It pours out a little oil and it hits the exhaust and it smells. So, I'll take it for a ride. Look at that shit. It's leaking. And it can't be the valve covers, because this side I know I definitely got together right and there was no complications. So I got something leaking and it's not the valve cover, and it's leaking a lot. Like not a little bit, a lot. I was just sitting here picking up the tools and I went to go close the hood and I noticed it was leaking again. And it's, look, it's even leaking way back there. What the hell could that be? I don't know if there's an oil pressure sending unit on this, or maybe the freaking intake's leaking or something. I have to dig into it here. Hold on. Alright, I did some research, and it turns out the O-ring on a distributor, I guess they blow. It's a pretty common thing with them. So I'm gonna pull the distributor out. I got two assortments of O-rings, so hopefully I don't have to go buy any. Oh, that has some water in it. That's nice. And it says to put a Chevy or a small block distributor gasket on it when you take it out. So I'm gonna take this all back apart again and go from there. All right, first thing I did was pull off the 3 wires here, like this, and then spin the screws on the cap, pulled it off, and gotta unplug distributor or the module. Let's see. Oh, that's the wrong one, but doesn't matter. There's a module. Now, I've never done this before, so never pulled the distributor on a 2.8 before, so I want to seem like I know what I'm doing, but I go from there. Now I gotta go down below there and loosen the distributor and mark it, and yeah. Alright, got the bolt loose with a 15mm socket and a swivel. So now I'm gonna, well, I lined it up. It's not very good. I used a marker there and down there and line it up with the bolt that's sticking out of the intake, but I know that's not the most accurate thing, but we'll see how it goes. If not, I'll have to get the timing light and put it at top dead center and do it right, but see how it goes. I'm gonna pull the distributor out now. Here we go. Pull this off to the vacuum line. Uh-oh. All right, got it out. That looks like where the oil was coming from. It's pretty wet. Could be that intake, but from what I read, it seems like it's not a very common thing to blow, so it's dirty though. I'm gonna have to clean that up somehow. Alright, I shoved a rag in the hole and put the bolt back in. I'm gonna try to blow this shit out and hopefully I don't get a shower of freaking oil and crap. That didn't do a whole lot. Stick the screwdriver in there. Ugh. Nasty. Well, I'll try to clean it up a little better, but probably as much as I'm going to get out of there. Okay, I got the distributor out, and I don't see any obvious damage on that O-ring, other than it's, I mean, you can feel it's like rock hard, and it's basically flat now. I don't know if it's supposed to be a round one or not, but I'm gonna try taking it off and see what it does. Yeah, pretty crispy. Well, let's see if I got one in the box. Alright, closest one I could find is this. It looks pretty good. It's a little bit wider right now. This one's a little wider than this one, but I figured that's probably a good thing, seeing how it's flattened out anyway. So the inside diameter looks the same. So I'm gonna that's where it came from. 215, whatever that means. So let's try that. If it does that, I'd say it's a good enough O-ring. Makes it over all the humps here. Let's see. Fits on there. Pretty good. And like I said, I'll take that, what do I do with it? Small block gasket. It's a used one I had, so but that'll work. Put that over it. It does fit on there pretty good. Okay. Try to line it back up. I'll put a little oil on it and then line it up and see if I can get it to work. Got it cleaned up pretty good in there. Took some brake clean and sprayed it in there, and got a little wire brush and cleaned it up. But so I guess I should be able to tell if it's leaking again. Nope. Lift it back up. See, when I line this up, it has to line up over here when it falls back in. So, a few teeth off. See, right about there. Ooh, that's really close. I don't know if I should leave it or drop it one more tooth. Let's see. No, I think I'm too far. Shit. Should have left him alone. Should have left him alone. don't know. It's pretty close, but I'm gonna I think we'll try that, because if I go if I drop it in and move it one more tooth, it's like too far. So I'll go with that. All right, all back together. Just gotta throw the air cleaner on it, but I figured I'd see if it runs first. Quick tip: if you're working on a truck or anything really, and it's hard to reach in the back like that from the front, especially with these grills because they break easy, throw a board on it, and that way you can lay on the board and work on the engine. If your paint job isn't real good, because if your paint job's nice, then you're probably going to scratch up the cowling, but you know, it's just a lot easier to work on stuff. Let's see if it starts. Alright, it runs, so I'm going to put the cover back on and everything. Alright, it's been running for a good 15-20 minutes. I don't see any more oil, so I think we got it. Finally. I didn't think I'd be taking a distributor out of this thing today, but I'm glad it's done. So is the valve covers. I don't have to worry for a little while. But, let's go take her out for a rip. See how she does. Seatbelt on. Trees all down on the lines here. Alright, I think I got it. Sweet. Back from that little beat run, and I don't see any extra oil on there, just whatever was there. But it'll burn off eventually. It's running good. See anything out of the valve covers? Yep. Nice. I think we got it. Cool. Alright guys, it's gonna wrap it up for part 12 of the rusty S-10. Can't believe 12 episodes already on this little truck. And every time I make one, it gets a little bit better. Except for this whole incident. If you don't know what I'm talking about here, you go back to the last, or what, video before of the wrecker and see what I did there. But it's rusting over nicely. It's starting to blend in. So, yeah, 12 whole episodes. Just your first time tuning in, go back, go into my channel and look. There's a playlist with all the videos of bringing this home, or saving this truck from the scrapyard and taking it to, you know, and fixing it up and registering it all the way up to now. Every time I do something a little to it, I make a video on it. You guys really haven't missed anything at all. So yeah. Oh, and at the time I'm making this video, I got 980 subscribers. 900. I never thought I'm almost 1,000. I gotta do something special for 1,000. I don't know what the hell I'm gonna do yet, but we gotta do something good. But yeah, thanks guys, thanks for watching. If you're not subscribed, subscribe now. Ring the little bell so you can get all my notifications, and go ahead and subscribe to my or not subscribe, go ahead and follow me over on Instagram, Not For Hire Square Body, and check out the other trucks. Those are on there. And yeah, as always guys, thanks for watching.